welcome back to another Monkey on Two Wheels episode. I'm in Malaga, close to the airport, and I'm going to pick up my friends now because we are going to cycle from Morocco together. Okay. 14:38. So, and off we go. We just left Malaga now, and we're heading along the coast down to Tarifa and take the ferry from there to Morocco. Weather's perfect. Let's see how it goes.
The two dudes here are Dr. Thomas and Christoph, some of my oldest and best friends. Thomas is a mathematician with a PhD and Christoph is a wood sculptor and artist. The first day we followed the little paths on the beach in hope to find somewhere a spot to camp. Since that stretch of the coast is an endless urban area, this was the best we could find. The problem was that there was just either an endless network of small paths near the beach or a highway, which in this area was quite busy and not really an option for us. Or there was just no other option than following that little space next to the highway, which also had its own challenges.
Tricky!
Eventually we decided to pull the Joker card.
So we decided now to go on the beach and try to cycle on the sand. Just where the kind of water touches the sand, but it doesn't really, that place here. It kind of works. It feels like cycling uphill constantly, but as we can avoid the traffic, have a really nice sunset at the beach. It's awesome. Thomas,
yeah.
How would you describe our trip so far?
Chaotic.
Chaotic.
It's quite hard to find a road here.
It's really difficult here because it's like a whole long stretch of touristic villages, towns, cities, whatever you want to call it. It's crazy.
Eventually we managed to get out of the Costa del Hotel and get a first glimpse onto Morocco, which is now visible here just on the horizon.
Was war deine Vorbereitung für die Radreise?
Nichts. Ich bin zweimal dieses Jahr Fahrrad gefahren. Noch haben wir ja keine Berge.
Noch nicht.
Ja.
Du Christoph, wie viel bist du dieses Jahr so Fahrrad gefahren?
Na, doch schon. Ja, 10 Kilometer auf jeden Fall. Was haben wir denn jetzt? November? Das geht auch voll. Man muss es halt alles in einem Monat machen. That's the key. Nass. Aber gut.
Nice. We're heading now towards Tarifa, but first I gotta go to a post office to send my drone to a friend because Morocco is quite strict on drones, so I don't want to take it.
Somewhere I found a cardboard box, which I resized to a more compact version, and from now on I was half a kilo lighter.
We're getting close to ALGECIRAS now, and because there's a huge port here, the traffic is getting way more busy than before.
Initially we planned to take a ferry from Tarifa, but we figured out that there is an alternative route here from ALGECIRAS to CEUTA, and spontaneously decided to make use from that option.
Hey, we are kinda near the port, but now we just gotta find the right service provider.
Wir fahren zu der Maritime Station, holen dort unser Ticket für die FERRY-Fähre. Beeilen uns dann, dass wir möglichst schnell wieder hier sind, weil die Fähre fährt gleich los. Und dann fahren wir nach CEUTA.
Yeah, 55 euros per person.
Okay.
The bicycle is free.
Awesome.
Second check.
So 25 euro per person, and bringing the bicycle on board is for free. After a short ticket check we could enter the ferry and begin now the real adventure.
Nous souhaitons un agréable voyage et vous remercions d'avoir choisi la compagnie FRS.
The first night on Moroccan soil, we had a quite pragmatic camp spot, not far from the border. And with the next day, we started heading more south.
So it's our first day in Morocco and we're following a road N16 towards Titaouin. Hey! Where are you from? Germany! So we're just leaving Titaouin, heading to a lake towards CHEFCHAUEN. And man, that looks beautiful. You look at this. We're getting closer to the lake, which I've spotted on the map, but we need food before. So in theory there should be some sort of fruit or vegetable market soon. Let's go there first, get some veggies, and then go to this lake and camp there.
Our third day here in Morocco starts at this beautiful lake, and today we want to go to the TALASSEMTANE National Park near CHEFCHAUEN. So first we have to push our bikes back up to the road, and from there we continue cycling on the route National 2 for the next 30 kilometers.
Hello. Tomato, potato, courgette, and a carrot.
And kaki.
Oh yes. So slowly we're entering the mountains into this TALASSEMTANE National Park here. It goes a lot of up and down now, but the mountains and the scenery, the green mountains, that's beautiful. Salam.
D'accord. Allez, bon voyage, bon suivi.
Merci beaucoup. Oui.
صافي؟
Oui.
كونكتي-moi. دابا انا سميتو واحد الكونتاكت زوين واحد لامي تما في ميونخ.
The village that sits at the entrance of the national park is ALGECIRAS. But when we arrived, we got told that we can't enter the national park with the bicycles, because apparently it's too difficult or dangerous, I don't know. So that meant we had to go back and adjust our route.
We just decided to take an alternative route to CHEFCHAUEN. So there's like the big road and then there's this small mountain road which we're taking now, but man, this is hard.
Alter, ne, jedes Mal wieder. Ne. Wo es hochgeht, geht es auch wieder runter. Oder wie hier, einfach noch höher.
Weise Worte.
But eventually the climb had an end, and on the other side a downhill to CHEFCHAUEN was waiting for us. Here we decided to stay in a hostel for 2 nights to explore the city, wash and dry our laundry with a great view, recharge electronics and practice body hygiene. In the last evening we went out with Vinu, a dude from the UK who stayed in the same hostel, to see some shops and ended up in this soap shop, where they had like all sorts of stuff. From crystal menta to refreshing oils and soaps in all possible flavors and colors. Before we could continue cycling, Thomas had to change his brake pads, which were wearing out quite fast, and I had to replace a shifting cable that was broken.
So we're leaving CHEFCHAUEN now, heading now southeast towards a big lake. I think we won't reach it today because we started now quite late, but let's see how it goes. It's gonna be 1,300 meter up, 1,500 meter down on a distance of 58 kilometers. actually very surprised how green it is here. I mean, you can see in the background, it's more green than in Spain actually. It's impressive. I don't know how. I wonder. If you know, let me know in the comments. Kilometer downhill now. It's awesome. Woo! Salam. I guess I found the solution for the mystery why everything is so green. So, as it seems, there are a lot of kind of pipes in the ground, probably distribute water from the top of a mountain down to the valley, and by this everything gets green. Yeah. We just left the province of CHEFCHAUEN and went into the next one, and immediately the road is different. Different quality, definitely. It's more bumpy now. So because we're trying to reach this lake during the daytime, I increased a little bit my speed and hope to pull the group a little bit faster up here these hills. I think it's working. Usually we take quite a lot of breaks because we just enjoy hanging out and chilling. But today we've got this goal of reaching the lake. So yeah, let's keep pushing. I think we can do it. Whew, but it's really hard, man.
Oh, come on. Und saubere Beine habe ich. Zack, so schnell geht's. Ich krieg die Hose gar nicht mehr drüber. Das sind meine Stahlwaden hier. Und sich verdoppelt hat sich das.
Wunderhübsch, ja. Just found a little kind of surprise. We found a hemp field with female buds, and there were plenty of buds on those hemp. Yeah, we took some. Hallo Esel.
Noch ein bisschen wärmer sein, Leute. Und dass hier auch kein Frontwind kommt, das stresst mich auch ehrlich gesagt ein bisschen. Jetzt noch die Hose.
Sie.
Keine Energie mehr.
Man, these landscapes here. Look at this. Holy chicaroni. Self-sufficient. I have to add actually Morocco to one of my favorite countries for cycle touring. The landscape is just really, really nice. The people are awesome and the food.
There's just nothing to complain about when every downhill looks like this, every sunset is golden, and you have a little pouch with local herbs from the side of the road. As the night arrived, we managed to find a decent spot to camp, and the conditions were perfect for an experiment for dinner. Because that green stuff was still too moist to smoke it, we decided to make a milk chai with space and time altering effects. And there's just nothing better than playing music together, baked like 3 German breads while camping somewhere under the stars in Morocco. On the next day, we woke up surrounded by sheep, and the wind today gave us a nice little push from behind, which guaranteed for a nice day cycling here in the Rif Mountains.
Hello! Hello, hello! So we are heading more east towards a national park called TAZEKKA, near city Taza, and you see behind me, all what you see is olive trees. That's amazing. There are so many of them, they're all like perfectly lined up. It's so beautiful. Anyways, it's getting more dry, more arid, so we are looking forward to maybe get into some sort of a desert. So today we are going to enter a national park called TAZEKKA, and it's going to be exceptionally challenging because we've got suddenly a really strong headwind. It's coming from east, heading to the west. We are doing, of course, the opposite direction, so it's going to be tricky. Let's see how that goes. We're slowly entering the TAZEKKA National Park, and just the entrance is already super spectacular with this gorge or valley or whatever you want to call it, canyon. I'm not sure if you can see it on the small camera, but there are like caves in the rock. Probably people used to live there, of course. I mean, it's like perfect shelter. Hoo la la, it's getting really nice here.
Of course, we couldn't miss out the opportunity to go and explore the area more in detail.
So there are plenty of those caves here. And there's one which is kind of easily accessible for us, so let's check it out. Okay. Geht es dann noch weiter rein oder wie?
Ja.
Oh, geil. Ist ja voll das Zimmer dahinter.
Da geht's ja wirklich sehr weit rein.
After a few minutes, the two young boys that were running a few minutes before with us spotted us, and despite the language barrier, we could understand that they wanted to show us a bigger cave.
Wow, guck mal. Krass. Das ist einfach so ein Loch. Be careful, be careful. No, man. Be careful. Dangerous. Shit, man, dude. You are crazy.
After that fun exploring session with these guys, we now cycled more up and at some point entered the actual TAZEKKA National Park.
Alright, so it's getting dark now. We keep climbing. I think in about 10 kilometers is a recreational area where we hope to find a spot to camp, because here it's very steep on this side, and on the other side it's very bushy and steep actually too. And as well, it's getting cold. We've got now 10 degrees Celsius, which is pretty much the coldest we've ever had so far in Morocco. So tonight will be chilly, I guess. So last night the only place we found was this here, which is like near this, I don't know what's this tower actually, but it was pretty decent cold. But now in the morning a dude came and told us it's not allowed to sleep here, so now we decided to pack our stuff quickly and have breakfast and leave then. So back on the road, we keep climbing. Not sure how far it actually is to get all the way to the top, but I think can't be that far anymore. Well, let's see, maybe 20 kilometers, which is kind of far but also not And it looks like there was a fire here. I mean, look at the trees. They look pretty damn empty, no leaves on them, and quite dark. But apparently that's cork eiche. I don't know what's in English. Cork oak. I don't know, but it's what you use for your pinboard. And maybe that skin outside helps to kind of keep the tree alive during a fire.
Kleine Druckstelle, aber noch kann man die essen.
Geht noch. In der Suppe merkt man es eh nicht.
Perfekt.
Quite interesting here is that this place is actually very green, but once you look like behind the mountains towards the horizon, it looks like desert again. I wonder why this place is so green. And the temperature fluctuates quite a lot between like shade and sun. In the sun it's like fucking 25 degrees, maybe even more. In the shade we've got like just above 10. Anyways, I think 5 kilometers more up and then we should have reached the highest point. And from there it's downhill for the next, I don't know, 40 kilometers. That's gonna be nice. I think I've pretty much reached the top now. Man, that was tough. Okay, from now on it's downhill, but I want to show you something before going down. Look at this, that's the fucking biggest. That's the biggest pine cone I've ever seen, man. It's heavy. Crazy. Okay, let's get some food down there. Let's roll. Ooh, it's fresh. Crazy change between the landscapes. I mean, there were like pine trees all around us, then we left this one forest and suddenly it looks like this. Very dry, desertish, but really beautiful again with the sunset. Man. So we're just in front of the city Taza. We're heading now on this gravel road into town. We need to get some money and something else, which I forgot. We are leaving now the city Taza and keep heading east, kind of. I think it will be pretty much like desert out there. So it's gonna be landscape change.
And just out of the city, we started to search for a nice spot to camp.
Vielleicht wäre es hier auch nicht schlecht. Das wäre ein geiler Ort hier, finde ich.
Ist ja ein geiler Ort, ja.
Dann haben wir noch die Entscheidung, oder?
Dass dann gar nichts mehr kommt und die denken dann, shit.
Hier sieht es halt schon episch aus, ne?
Also ich bin dafür.
Also der Rest müssen wir halt kompensieren über die anderen Tage, aber das wäre nicht so schlimm. Nee, weil wir bergab, guten Wind eigentlich. That's gonna be the spot for tonight. I mean, look down here. It's gonna be awesome. Oh yeah. Easy.
Alter. Nicht schlecht, mein Freund, nicht schlecht.
Man muss in die richtige Richtung treffen, Alter.
Just out of sight from the road, we pitched our tents at the bottom of this mini canyon and ended the day with a jam accompanied by the full moon.
So it's the next morning. We slept here and it was really cold. I went out to pee. At some point it was -1 degree according to my bike computer. But now the sun is coming up. We're warming up and that's the place here. It's awesome.
Sonne ist ja ganz schick, ne?
To be honest, I didn't expect to have such cold mornings in Morocco at the end of November. But I guess that's quite normal for a place that's almost a desert. As soon as the sun was up, the temperatures went back to normal.
Mal so ein Lappen her. Geil, schöner Thunfischdöner. Vielleicht sogar ein bisschen zu viel, das Brot. Guck dir mal Erik an. Ja. Tropft hier nicht drauf, der stinkt dann.
From now on, the landscape is very much more like a desert. That desert-like landscape pays a high price, because all the dust ends up on my socks.
Alter, wedel mit der Socke nicht so rum. Schön wieder für die dreckigen Füße. So muss das sein.
Frage, was macht wen dreckig? Die Socke die Füße oder die Füße die Socken?
So it's getting dark now and we're just trying to find a spot here in the desert, which is like super easy actually. But the main key is to be kind of invisible to avoid like unwanted attention. So we keep going a little bit more and try to hide somewhere. This place is unreal. That's so awesome here. I love the moon. So we are back in reality, back on tarmac, and we're heading towards Tauriert. And we have a nice tailwind, which is actually really good because we need to make some kilometer to make it in time back to Spain.
With the wind in the back, we have an easy time pacing through that open landscape with seemingly endless roads. But in Tauriert, we run into a police check, which wasn't unusual. Usually it's just a quick look into the passport, but this time I had to give them a phone number, and later they called us.
I asked just to find some safety place.
Yeah, it's very safe here. This place is safe.
Okay, and we are going to come to stay with you all night over there.
You're coming to here to us now?
Yes. We are going to come. If you need something or say you have all what I need.
We have everything. We have food, we have water. We are fine.
You have all.
Yes.
You don't need anything.
No. we are totally perfect.
Okay, you are welcome.
Thank you very much.
Hat uns die Polizei gerade gefragt, ob wir noch was brauchen. Also mir fällt da eine ganze Menge ein.
Die haben uns angeboten, zu uns zu kommen und die ganze Nacht hier mit uns zu verbringen.
Eventually the police was really coming and stayed the whole night with us.
How long they're gonna follow us? Maybe they're just friends now. But yeah, 2 cars. 1 Citroën Berlingo and 1 police car. weird. So, and from now on, we were under observation, which meant every now and then I would have to send them our location and they would come and check if everything is good. We're back on the bike, leaving the camp spot, and we are heading now more towards Nador. Police are staying behind, I think, or maybe they're gonna follow us a little bit more. At least that's what they told us. But as much as I understand, the reason is just for our safety, and we assume it is because a couple years ago tourists got kidnapped, killed, and yeah, the government wants to make sure that things like this won't happen again, so we get like supreme guarding kind of. Whee! Difficult. So the police just called me again, asking for our location, but first we had to fix a bike problem. We haven't found a camp spot yet, but another 10 kilometers there should be something really nice, we hope. So, and yeah, we're gonna send them our location again, and probably someone is coming again over to just guard us through the night. The police car just appeared, but I'm not allowed to film or take photos of them, they told us. So yeah, that's why I film like this. A little bit weird, but yeah, they follow us now in the same speed as we cycle. It feels a little bit like pressure.
As we found a spot to camp for the night, the guys from the police left us alone this time, but still told us someone would come and check if everything was fine.
Hola.
Hola!
Hola.
Good morning. How are you?
Good.
Yeah.
Hey. Hi.
Hi. Ça va? Speak English?
Yes.
Arabic no?
No.
Number. WhatsApp?
I don't know.
No,
My
number.
WhatsApp, yeah.
WhatsApp.
One second.
Number you have?
Yes. Any problem, I call you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night. Bis 18. Mitten durch die Wüste, überall Dornen, Erika. Du siehst doch nicht mehr rum. Hier zum Beispiel. Yeah.
So we are back on the bike, heading now to Nador and then to Melilla. I just got another call from the police. They asked again for our location. Anyway, so it's gonna be our last kilometers here in Morocco.
And now, slowly, this amazing little adventure through the Rif Mountains of Morocco is coming to an end. One thing is for sure, I will come back to see more. But for now, the end is near, and we will be heading very soon back to Spain.
And the ferry will be departing at around midnight, so now it's 5-ish, so we've got plenty of time, but first we got to cross the border back to Spain because Melilla is part of Spain, not Morocco.
So, and here this very special episode in double length is coming to an end. My friends Christoph and Thomas unfortunately have to return back to their homes, and for me, the next adventure is waiting. Stay tuned, cheers and goodbye.